Have you ever stopped to think that the human journey might not just be about survival, but about transcendence? What if I told you that within you lie hidden layers of knowledge and power, waiting to be uncovered? Many believe we are merely beings of flesh and bone, but the truth is, we are much more. The universe is not chaotic. It is an ordered system, guided by profound spiritual laws. In this video, you will discover the 12 stages that transform an ordinary human, Hue-Man, into a direct reflection of God, a journey that could change your life forever. Shall we? At the core of our existence lies a powerful revelation. Everything in the universe is interconnected, like pieces of a cosmic puzzle. Imagine your life, with all its pains and joys, as just one layer of a greater system. Every thought you have, every action you take, echoes across invisible dimensions. For instance, during meditation, you may feel a subtle connection to something greater, a glimpse of the unity that binds us all. This web of interconnections is the essence of spirituality, where duality fades and everything merges into a single divine dance. The revelation begins when we realize the universe is not merely a series of disconnected events. It is a living organism, pulsating with purpose. Just as the heart beats to sustain the body, the universe pulses to sustain life. Picture a calm lake. A single stone creates ripples that extend infinitely. Our actions and thoughts work the same way. Spirituality invites us to recognize these ripples and align ourselves with them, guiding our intentions with purpose. Here's a tip. Practice gratitude daily to tune into this universal harmony. This vision is not just theoretical. It can be felt. When you sit in silence, away from the world's noise, you can hear the sound of the universe, that calm resonance within you. Have you ever noticed how, in moments of crisis, something greater seems to intervene, like an invisible guide? That is the universe communicating, reminding us we are always connected to it. Spend a few moments outdoors, gazing at the sky or the stars, and feel how everything seems to be in perfect order. This is esotericism in action, reminding us of our divine origin. Every layer of existence, from apparent chaos to divine unity, reflects what happens within us. The chaos we feel in difficult moments is just a phase. Just as a seed must break through the soil to grow, we too face challenges to reach the light. This is where occultism comes in, not as something mysterious or frightening, but as the study of hidden truths that help us see beyond the obvious. Reading about universal laws, such as the law of correspondence, can broaden your perspective and bring greater clarity. By understanding this interconnectedness, we begin to see that we are all on the same journey, though at different stages. Think about how a choir works. Each voice is unique, but together they create harmony. The same is true for human spirituality. We are individuals who are part of a greater whole. This is why caring for your energy, through practices like Reiki or meditation, is not just for you. It is a gift to the universe. Why not start today by setting aside 5 minutes to quiet your mind and listen to the universe? Unity and existence are not just concepts, they are living realities. Every choice we make is an opportunity to align with this truth. When we help someone, practice compassion, or simply choose love over fear, we are living this revelation. A practical example. Turn a simple habit, like drinking your coffee, into a ritual of gratitude, recognizing the collective effort that brought this drink to you. Small acts of awareness connect us to the whole and bring us closer to divine unity. Shall we continue exploring? Imagine an infinite point of light where everything began. This is what we call the source, the cradle of all creation. It is the place where everything exists in perfect balance, even before manifesting in the physical world. At the same time, there is the void, which seems like a paradox. How can something so full coexist with nothingness? The truth is, the void is not absence. It is potential. Think of the pause between heartbeats. That is where life renews itself. When you reflect in silence, you touch this void, the space of infinite possibilities. The source is pure unity, a realm where there is no separation. When we gaze at the night sky, that sea of stars reminds us of our origin. Each of us carries a spark of this primordial light within, a divine spark. But for creation to happen, the energy of the source must move into the void, where ideas and dreams take form. Imagine an artist standing before a blank canvas. The painting does not yet exist, but all its potential is there. This is the invitation of esotericism, to see the invisible, the unmanifested, as real as the tangible. In practice, connecting to the source is like recharging your energy at a point of pure light. It's that feeling we get during deep meditation or when experiencing unconditional love. The void, on the other hand, challenges us to create, to shape what was once only a dream. For example, when you write down your goals, you transform the void of your mind into concrete manifestations. Grab a notebook and write, "What do I want to bring into the world?" By doing so, you are working with the energy of the void, opening space for new realities. In occultism, the source and the void are often represented as the poles of the universe. They are not opposites but complements. The source provides purpose, and the void offers the stage. Think of yin and yang. One cannot exist without the other. When you feel lost, unable to move forward, it may be the void asking to be filled with something new. Try something symbolic, like lighting a candle while meditating, focusing on the flame as a symbol of the source. This can help bring clarity and purpose, guiding your next actions. Often, the journey between the source and the void reflects our own lives. There are moments when we feel full of inspiration, and others when everything seems still empty. But don't be fooled, the void is not a mistake, it is an opportunity. Just as a musician needs pauses between notes to create a melody, we too need moments of silence for our next creation to emerge. Think about how you can use those empty moments to create something meaningful. Perhaps it's the perfect time to learn something new or revisit your purposes. Finally, the relationship between the source and the void teaches us that nothing is fixed. Everything is in motion. Spirituality reminds us that we are co-creators of our reality. When you embrace this dance between what is and what can still be, you align yourself with the universe's flow. A simple exercise to experience this is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine a beam of light coming from the source to you. Feel it filling the void of any doubt or fear. This practice can shift your energy and open pathways you never imagined possible. Shall we move on to the 12 domains? The 12 domains of existence form a cosmic ladder, where each step represents a dimension of consciousness and learning. At the top, the 12th domain is pure unity, where everything is divine perfection. At the opposite extreme, the first domain is dense matter, a physical reality we know. Imagine this as a grand symphony. The higher tones resonate in the upper realms, while the lower notes vibrate here in the physical plane. Spirituality teaches us that we are travelers through these domains, evolving as we pass through each one. Every choice we make is a lesson that helps us ascend this ladder. The higher realms, from the 12th to the 8th domain, are where divine plans and universal archetypes reside. Here, pure concepts like unconditional love and divine creativity exist. Although these realms may seem distant, we can access them through practices like deep meditation or sincere prayer. For example, when you have a spark of inspiration or an unexplainable sense of peace, you are touching these higher levels. To explore these domains, try visualization techniques that connect your consciousness to these spheres. Imagine, for instance, a golden light surrounding you, linking you to the 12th domain. The middle realms, from the 7th to the 4th domain, are the stage for what we call duality. Here, we experience ego, individuality, and the contrast between light and shadow. These levels are essential for growth, as it is through them that we learn about choices and their consequences. For example, the emotional challenges we face are deeply rooted in these domains. The practice of forgiveness is a powerful way to transcend this duality. Write a forgiveness letter, even if you never deliver it. This simple act dissolves energetic blockages and allows you to advance to higher dimensions. The lower domains, from the 3rd to the 1st, include the physical world we know, where matter is densest and spiritual lessons are most tangible. Here, learning becomes practical. Imagine your life as a spiritual training ground, where every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Even something as simple as a conflict at work can be a lesson in patience or empathy. Use practices like mindfulness to see these moments as opportunities for evolution. After all, occultism teaches us that even the most mundane experiences hold hidden spiritual purpose. These 12 domains are not merely separate planes. They overlap, influencing our existence at all times. For example, when you dream, you may be touching dimensions beyond the physical. Have you ever had a dream so vivid it felt real? It might have been an experience in the 4th or 5th domain, where subtle energies and symbolic messages manifest. To explore this, keep a dream journal by your bed and jot down whatever you remember upon waking. You might uncover patterns or important messages for your spiritual journey. By understanding these domains, we realize that life is a multifaceted journey, not just on the physical plane but across all levels of consciousness. Each domain offers unique lessons, like pieces of a cosmic puzzle that form the wholeness of being. A practical way to align with these realms is to incorporate daily practices that nurture body, mind, and spirit. For example, yoga to balance the physical, meditation to access subtler levels, and journaling to process emotions. This integration helps you navigate the domains with greater clarity. Are you ready to understand the cycles that connect it all? The cycles of creation and rebirth are like the heartbeat of a cosmic pulse, marking the rhythm of existence. Everything in the universe follows cyclical patterns: day and night, the seasons, even our lives. At the center of these cycles lies the concept of the silver cord, an energetic connection that links our soul to the physical body. Have you ever had the sensation of floating during a dream? That might be your consciousness exploring dimensions beyond the physical, tethered by the silver cord. These cycles remind us that everything is temporary, and there is always a chance to begin anew. The abyss, mentioned as part of these cycles, represents pivotal moments of transition and transformation. In practice, it's like facing our greatest fears or navigating periods of uncertainty. Have you ever felt like you were at rock bottom, but later realized it led to something greater? That's the abyss at work, challenging us to be reborn stronger. One way to handle these moments is to embrace the challenge rather than resist it. Practice self-reflection by asking questions like, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow from this experience? These cycles are not linear. They repeat in spirals, allowing us to revisit old lessons with new understanding. Occult teachings reveal that the soul evolves through these spirals, learning and unlearning as it progresses. Think of life as a school where each cycle is a new semester. If something seems to repeat in your life, such as patterns in relationships or challenges at work, view it as an opportunity to learn. For example, if you struggle with communication, consider taking courses or reading about assertive communication. This is how we ascend the spiral of evolution. The concept of duality is central to the cycles of creation. For every birth, there is a death. For every beginning, an end. But what if endings weren't something to fear, but rather gateways to something greater? When you lose a job or end a relationship, for instance, it's painful, but it often clears the way for new possibilities. In spirituality, this is seen as the universe aligning you with something higher. A helpful practice here is to create a rebirth map. Write down what you are letting go of and what you want to attract into your life. These cycles also explain the soul's journey through the realms of existence. After physical death, the soul traverses subtle planes, revisiting lessons and preparing to be reborn. It's like a cosmic recycling process where nothing is lost, only transformed. Have you heard of past life regression? Such practices help us understand the lessons we are revisiting in this lifetime. If this interests you, seek out specialized therapists or books on the subject, like Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss. Understanding these cycles helps us live more consciously. The cycles of creation and rebirth are invitations to continuous evolution. They teach us to let go of what no longer serves us and embrace the new with courage. Think of a phoenix rising from the ashes, a perfect metaphor for this process. If you're in a moment of transformation, try symbolic rituals, such as burning a list of old habits and intentions in a safe space. This creates an energetic milestone for rebirth. By recognizing these cycles, we see that every end is just a new beginning, guiding us to the next stage. Ready to talk about Ascension? Ascension is not just an abstract spiritual concept. It is a tangible journey of the soul, transcending the limitations of the physical and emotional worlds. Imagine life as a game with a matrix as the rules that keep us trapped in duality. Good versus evil, light versus shadow. Ascending is about breaking the game, surpassing these boundaries and recognizing the unity behind all things. This journey begins with self-awareness. Have you ever wondered why certain patterns keep repeating in your life? That's the matrix revealing where your soul needs to grow. The matrix is not an external force to be fought, but collective creation of our own beliefs and fears. It is like a web, keeping us focused on the material and superficial. Ascension happens when we detach from this web and start seeing life from a broader perspective. Practices like transcendental meditation, which quiets the mind and expands consciousness, are powerful tools for breaking free from this illusion. Try simple practice. Before sleeping, visualize yourself releasing the threads that bind you to earthly worries, like debts or criticisms, and feel light and free. As we free ourselves from the matrix, we begin to access a state of alignment with the divine. This means living in coherence with your spiritual essence, no longer ruled by fear or ego. Think of moments when you made decisions from the heart rather than logic, such as helping someone without expecting anything in return. These are glimpses of the Ascension state. Practice following your intuition daily, even in small actions, like choosing a different route home. Every choice aligned with your true self is a step towards spiritual freedom. A central concept of Ascension is understanding that suffering is often an illusion created by attachment. In the Matrix, we are programmed to seek security in external things like status or material possessions. But upon awakening, we realize that true security comes from within. A simple example: practice gratitude by listing 3 things you are thankful for each day. This habit shifts your focus from what's lacking to what already exists, challenging the Matrix's programming. Over time, you'll notice that inner peace doesn't depend on external circumstances. Ascension also involves a process of healing and integration. Emotional wounds and past traumas are part of the Matrix, but can be healed by facing your shadow with love and acceptance. Have you heard of sound healing? Specific sounds, like binaural frequencies, help reorganize misaligned energies. Try listening to 528 Hz frequencies, known for promoting emotional balance. This type of practice helps dissolve internal barriers, allowing your energy to flow freely and connecting you to higher levels of consciousness. Ultimately, Ascension is about remembering who you truly are, an eternal being experiencing a temporary reality. Spiritual freedom doesn't mean abandoning the physical world, but seeing it from a broader perspective. This transforms even the most mundane tasks into meaningful experiences. For example, cooking with intention and love, or walking while observing the nature around you, are ways to integrate the sacred into daily life. By doing this, you stop being a prisoner of the Matrix and become the creator of your reality. Shall we explore how to put all of this into practice? Everything we've discussed so far needs to be put into practice to truly make sense. Spirituality isn't theoretical, it's deeply experiential. One of the first practical steps is to identify patterns in your life. These patterns, whether emotional, mental, or even physical, are messages from the universe about where you are and where you need to go. For instance, if you notice you're always involved in toxic relationships, it's a sign you need to work on your self-esteem and boundaries. Start with self-care practices and therapy, if possible, to create real change. Another important point is resolving karmic patterns. Often, we feel certain issues just stick to our lives, but they may be part of cycles we need to end. For example, if you face recurring financial scarcity, a practical solution could be to revisit your beliefs about money. Read books like Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker and apply what you learn. Simultaneously, practice daily visualizations of abundance. Esotericism teaches that the universe responds to the energy we emit, so shifting your vibration is the first step to breaking these chains. An essential aspect of spiritual practice is developing present moment awareness, which can be cultivated through mindfulness. In a world where we're constantly pulled toward the future or the past, living in the now is revolutionary. Start your day with 5 minutes of conscious breathing. Simply inhale and exhale, feeling every sensation in your body. This simple practice helps you step out of the mind and into the heart, where your true essence resides. Additionally, bring this mindfulness into everyday tasks, like eating or walking, transforming the ordinary into something extraordinary. Integrating spirituality into daily life is another practical step. This doesn't mean living like a monk, but incorporating small rituals that nourish the soul. How about creating a home altar with elements that resonate with you? Crystals, candles, or personal objects that symbolize gratitude. Dedicate 5 minutes daily to connect with this space, visualizing your goals or simply quieting your mind. These moments create a spiritual anchor that keeps you aligned, even amid the chaos of daily life. Small steps like these can lead to significant transformations over time. Another powerful practical implication is redefining your life purpose. Many people live on autopilot, without truly questioning why they do what they do. Ask yourself, what brings me true joy and fulfillment? Answering this question can be life-changing. For example, if you realize you're stuck in a meaningless job, begin exploring alternatives that align with your values. An online course, routine change, or even volunteering can be initial steps toward a more aligned life. The key is to take the first step. Finally, seeking unity and higher consciousness is an ongoing journey that requires practice and patience. Every small action, whether it's an act of kindness, a meditation session, or a moment of reflection, brings you closer to this path. A practical example: join a spiritual community, whether through study groups, esoteric meetups, or even online forums. Sharing experiences strengthens learning and creates a support network. Remember, no one has to walk this path alone. So, how about implementing at least one of the ideas you've learned here today? Now that you hold a complete map for spiritual evolution, what will you do with it? True change happens when we step out of theory and dive into practice. Which patterns are you ready to break? What habits can you start transforming today? Share your reflections in the comments with the keyword Cosmic Rebirth to activate an energy of change and prosperity in your life. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep exploring this journey with us. After all, the universe always conspires in favor of those seeking awakening.